Welcome to KFM TV. As usual, my name is Enoch Kofi Adadevoh. Today we are in Dansuma, the home of former Ghanaian international goalkeeper Ali Jarrah. Most of you have heard of him, seen him on TV, but how well do you know the man behind the globes? Well, today we are going to take an exclusive interview into the life of former Ghanaian international goalkeeper Ali Jarrah. He's going to tell us about his personal life, and of course, he won the 1991 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Italy. He's going to tell us a lot about his footballing career. Join me and let's speak exclusively. Mr. Ali, once again, I hope you're doing fine.
By His grace, I'm doing well.
Yeah. How is Mr. Ali doing? And when I say how are you, I don't mean how are you, I'm fine, but all these years, how have you been doing?
We've been managing. When you wake up in the morning and the grace finds you, in Islam said, Alhamdulillah, thanks be to Almighty God. We are in it.
Yeah. For the young generation, they know, and I've heard of your name, seen a couple of your clips on TV, that Ali Jarrah is a former Ghanaian international goalkeeper. But those who don't know you, when we say Ali Jarrah, who is the great Ali Jarrah?
Ali Jarrah was born in Mamplobi, Tuesday Market. My father's name is Abubakar Jarrah. My mother's name is Aisha Tukwate. We are 7 in number. I was raised in Mamplobi, went to school in Mamplobi. We talk about football. I started my career at the Ndafa Park, which I played Fata Babies. That's where I started as a goalkeeper. When you say Ali Jarrah is former Ghanaian international and a goalkeeper. So that's how I started my career. I played a couple of matches for my coast football team. I was spotted and picked to Coast Festival, which is inter-regions, which I was number 1. That was 89. That was my first medal, which the Great Accra won.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
89.
89, all right.
Which Great Accra won the sports festival, which implies all disciplines. At first, that's what it does. All disciplines, athletics, boxing, everything. Great Accra won. That's where I was picked to join Starlets.
Okay. Then, so talking about that club level, you play for Accra Hearts of Folk. But before Accra Hearts of Folk, where was Ali Jarrah before Accra Hearts of Folk?
From my coast.
Okay.
I was picked directly from coast to Accra Hearts of Folk. So I don't play so much clubs.
Yeah.
But I played only from coast. Lucky to join Accra Hearts of Folk. To Starlets first. Whilst Hearts of Folk saw that there is a goalkeeper who is from coast doing well at the national team, quickly they sent for me. At that time I was with Kofi Adadevoh and Starlets and Benadai Kalilu Dramani, Sebastian Barnes. So they graduated from Starlets to Settlers, and we filled the gap, and we were picked to play Hearts of Folk.
How was life in Accra Hearts of Folk? Because at that time we all know Accra Hearts of Folk, one of the biggest clubs, and to be invited to play for Accra Hearts of Folk means a lot to you.
No, even playing a clubs like Canaries and Has Babies,
meant a lot.
Tema, not small.
Talking about Accra Hearts of Folk.
Accra Hearts of Folk. It's an honor, without even giving a penny. It's an honor to don Accra Suffolk jersey, which you move around the area, people say to you that this boy has been registered, not even playing, registered for Accra Suffolk. It's an honor. And I remember my time, a young chap like me can never play, keep the post of Accra Suffolk. It's impossible because Accra Suffolk need matured giants goalkeepers to play for the club.
Yeah, Ali at that time was very skinny.
Yes.
And I remember very, very well.
I remember the height was there. And you know, in goalkeeping, not the height, it's the reach. Because when you jump, you use your hands. Whatever you do, you dive, you use the reach. That's the most important thing. We were lined up showcasing players: Mohamed Polo, Shamokwe, Ablade Kumes, Ezekiel Alamus, the top class, which the small boy. I was in line praying that I will be registered and go home and tell everybody that, or in the following Monday you will see my name in the graphic.
Yeah.
That's all we need because it's only graphic times a mirror. It reached my turn and the team manager came and tapped me and said, "Yes, Uncle Famacho. So just go and relax." I was in Starless. How come? I take it in the good faith. Because even myself, I know it will be a plus for me to be in Accra Suffolk. It will be a surplus, not a plus cry, it's a surplus.
Yeah.
But we will be going to camp. We will break from Winneba, come to Asofo camp. Kofi Nimo and Bands will wear jersey. I'm not, but at that time now, it's not like now, period of time, the season registration time will be off. No, after the second round, before they close the window.
Okay.
We've been coming 1 month, 2 months. I was growing by then. I met Sullivan San, which taught me a lot. One day, the training section, which we play friendly match at the Kaneshi Sports Stadium, before we move to camp. Abbas Iza went to the post. Moffat came and substituted him in the second half. I went and warmed Moffat up. The supporters said, "No way. This is the boy's chance. You should use him. He have to keep. Not every time he will come and sit on bench."
So the Accra Suffolk supporters.
Azuma Nelson, currently Azuma Nation Sports Stadium. They drove Moffat out. They took me in. I think that day was my Santa Claus. Santa Claus visited me. I went inside, made the 3 saves on the row. It was a penalty against Suffolk, which we played against Advanced Stars. Former Okwawo player, they called him Bismarck Asagba. He shot the ball and I caught. And on Friday, I don't know how I was registered. The rejected stone became a cornerstone. I was registered on Friday. Sunday has Suffolk against Kumapim. That's the beginning of Ali Jarrah.
But heading to that game, was there pressure on you? Did you feel any pressure?
No. It was by then, Starless, we've started playing friendly qualify. We've played Sierra Leone, we've played couple of matches. You've seen the capacity, the strength is coming. I went in, it was 1-1, which I performed marvelously. We went to Sunyani, we were beaten 2. And we traveled to the tournament in the World Cup, Japan. we went to Germany first for 3 months before the tournament started. Although I wasn't the one who was imposed, Beno was imposed by them, but I learned a lot over there. Everything started going.
So at that young age, Ali Jarrah has started traveling already.
It's created for people from the grassroots who don't have it. God creates a way in terms of sports for us to at least be a sunshade. So at the age of 15, started traveling. And I think all the continents through football have been there. Football. But the way we've been carried to the top is the same way when you are falling.
The same people bring you down.
You climb down. So it's like that.
Now let's talk about international level. 1991. That's in Italy. When Ghana won the Under-17 World Cup. You were part of the team. So you take a look at the tournament proper. This was the finals against Spain. You look at footages like this. How does that make you feel? Rolling back the years.
Gone are the days. You see Dria, Alesopoku, Udatelamte, Yaopreko, Mohamed Gago, who can shoot from all angles. Azeka Sare, Kofi Mbia, Kofi Nimo. They were giants in football, in the youth level. We play, we were blend together. We stayed for more than 2 years, 89 to 91. So we knew each other. We prayed together. We do everything together. We are like a family. And at least we had an expatriate, Otofisa, who came to join Okwayi Ochafrani. They were solid. We were picked to Germany. We played a couple of friendly matches. That's where Barnes and Daniado had their contract to play for Leverkusen. We stayed in the same training camp with them. We trained we played trial matches with them. So the confidence level, we play against German Under-17, we beat them 7-1. So we knew we are going to do something.
Playing against Spain in the final, there was no pressure on the team. And when Ghana scored in that particular game, and then when the final whistle that Ghana has won the Under-17 tournament, you look in the stands, how fans were jubilating in the stands that Ghana has won the tournament. As a young guy from Mamobi, looking at you being in Italy, winning the Under-17 World Cup, how did you feel? Because looking at the scene here, you guys were celebrating.
No, it's a miracle, because you could see Nigeria won in 85, which age difference, cheating, it was scrap. So Ghana 89, we went to World Cup, which we couldn't. Preliminaries were out. But it took Udate, Azeka Sare. Nah, that was 91.
91, okay.
Yaopreko, who gave us that inspiration, because they were in Anderlecht by then. So the confidence level was there. Beginning, the only match which people thought we couldn't win against Brazil in the semi-final, which in the dressing room, they came and told us, you people are going home. After the match, which the match hasn't played, after the match, this time you must leave the hotel, this you must do this. And by then our doctor,
the team doctor?
Yes,
okay.
Oforiata told them, go away with whatever you've brought to us. Go and give it to the Brazilian. We are not going anywhere. We are staying there, we'll go. Because who knew Ghana? Everybody. And we played in Italy. And in 1990, the World Cup was in Italy. And the under-17 World Cup was in the same Italy. So Pele and everybody came to embrace the tournament, which I use a word, Ukwangoche. You came from low background, horse railing place. Once you've had an opportunity like that, you do
a greener pasture.
Wow. Yeah. So we kill ourselves. Gago will tell you, Mamma film, Monko, Meshamam. 70 years, Gago shortened. That's it. We beat them to Isaac Asare and Gago scored that long range and the free kick. Took us to the, which it went to penalties, and Benowi made a brilliant 3 saves and the penalties, and we qualified to the final. But the final was a bit easier for us than at the time we were climbing the ladder.
So after beating Spain and then the referee blew the final whistle, Ghana has won the 1991 Under-17 FIFA World Cup. To you personally, how did it mean to you?
Not mean.
Yeah.
You become a hero. Street has been named Starless Street behind the stadium to the castle to Osu Cemetery. Just see how you feel. Meeting the president.
Yeah, at that time, who was the president?
President Rawlings, yeah, Jerry John Rawlings, yeah. Late. Friends, people seeing you around as a medal winner, gold medal winner.
Because of football.
Football. Wherever you go, we went to a trophy tour to all the companies in Ghana, all the chiefs in Ghana. Meeting Asante, the late, greeting him, shaking him. You yourself, you feel you are a hero.
Yeah. Yourself, you look back. You see
where you are coming from.
Yes. How do you feel yourself?
Where you are coming from, and where you are. It's a great achievement. Once you wake up in the morning, you move to the post office to check through the graphic or times that your pictures or your names will be appeared on. And passing by, moving around, people will be pointing fingers. Is the one coming? Is the one going? It's a joy.
To the young ones who don't know, Ali Jarrah spent only 3 years at a professional level, and you look at what you have achieved within 3 years. You thought if you had spent like a decade at professional level, you could have conquered the world.
In this world, what I've learned, everybody has its own house number.
Okay.
Each and everybody has, God has given you what you must do in this world. I think my time is limited in football. So God gave me everything. Not only the World Cup.
3 years.
Yes. Not only the World Cup. I think I won 2 golds. First edition of Under-20 Cup of Nations, Ghana won. Japan 91, we won gold. 93, we won silver, which we were beaten by Brazil in the Under-20 in the final. Japan 93, we were beaten by Nigeria in the final. When it come to the domestic league, I've been the only player to date to 92-93 season. I won SWAG Best Player, Toyota Most Exciting Player in Football Prospect in the same year. And the goalkeeper, not a player. I was the first goalkeeper to win the SWAG award. So God knew my time is only 3 years. So He gave me whatever.
That's how you describe it. That's how you describe it.
That's
That God gave you only 3 years
3
to
years.
conquer the whole world.
That's it.
So you agree with those who say, if you had spent like a decade, Ali Jarrah would have conquered the world.
It's their opinion. But in terms of football, I have seen great heroes in football which had a spy date, longer date. I knew of great goalkeepers than me from our infancy to the premier level who played for 10, 12, 15 years. They couldn't make it. So I can't play for long, 0. Maybe if I would have played for long, my mistakes would be more. People will start knowing. The insults will start flowing.
Probably.
It happened in the short time, which I would say discipline. It's discipline alone which took me to that level. But when rating goalkeepers, I don't rate myself to be one of the best.
Why? Why do you say why?
I was called to Blasters in '93. We were in UK and Oyini Bachas came to me and told me, Ali, he called me, my son, you've been called to Blasters. And I told, boss, why not make Wakotono? That's the word I use. By then, Ediansa, Salifansa, they are one of the greatest in Africa. One of the greatest in Africa. Because they are like Anto Abel and Nkono, those two. We have Mohamed Odum, we have Abubakar Damba. The fifth goalkeeper is Nana Bing. Look at these great goalkeepers. How can a small boy like me go and overtake them? He said, oh, Debbie, oh, boy, we are your best friend. When it's only for Ansan, that war has of folk. But when you beach, into Oko national team, or Benya Beach. The day I was called to Blaster, that was the day I got paralyzed.
Which will come to that. But let's talk about the medals and awards we have here. This is 1991 Italy. This was when you guys won the under 17 World Cup, beating Spain
in the final.
Yes. So this is gold. This is the gold medal.
35 years.
35 years now.
Yeah.
Yes, 1991 to 2025. So a gold medal for 1991 Italy, 1991. You had this medal on your neck that day. You felt like, wow.
It was joy and honor. You can cry, you can't laugh, you don't know what to do. Yeah. What am I coming to tell my parents at home? That's the only message you are saying to yourself. Yeah. And then I'll be catch them. Imagine medal. Oh, Ghanaians.
Yes. And then there's one here too. Kanaf. I think
this is amputee football through coaching.
Yeah.
All African Games.
Okay.
First edition of All African Games, which was held last year in Ghana, and the amputees won.
And then we have the 1993 one in Japan. Japan 1993. This is also an award. So Ali Jarrah won a lot within just the space of 3 years.
Australia 93.
Australia 93 as well. A lot of medals. Now we have other medals here as well. These are trophies. We have is it Gamot?
Yeah.
Okay, Ali Jarrah for Accra Heart of Folk, Toyota most exciting player of the season. Toyota most exciting player of the season. Awarding this award to you for all that you've done for Accra Heart of Folk.
No, the best performance in the league. 2000 season to 2003
season. Yeah, this is another award. And then we have another award here. This is swag. This is swag awards. So the awards are a lot. And then what about this award?
This is a prestigious African prestigious award.
Our hero in sports. It says our hero in sports. And then we see
the swag best player. This has been old. When you pick it up, it will fall.
So Ali has won.
And that's the Pigeon most exciting player. It has been written on it. So I have to be thankful to the Almighty. Nipa beye bi wan beye nyina.
Of course.
I'm grateful to the Almighty for how far He has brought me in terms of sports.
Now let's talk about '93. So like I said, you spent only 3 years at professional level. You've been able to achieve all this within the space of 3 years. Those who are young and don't know about the story, they've heard of it, seen the writings on the internet. 1993, when your career got shot, what happened in 1993?
I think after the World Cup, the Juvenile World Cup, which we came back from Japan, I had a contract to travel to Germany, FC Cologne, which has been negotiated with Accra Suffolk. As soon as I came, Has told me to wait till first, second African Cup of Nations matches. We start to play the qualifier. I felt back pain. I don't know whether I got hurt in Japan or I don't know. I felt back pain. I went to Stadium Clinic to see Dr. Ingma. He told me it was malaria. He gave me the dosage. I came back home. But each and every day, the pain is getting worse, severe every time. I think a week I was admitted in Kolibu. The day I woke up, went and shower, came back to bed. I wake up around 4 o'clock. I couldn't reach both legs. Before, I've never come across word paralyzed. That's why I got to know that there's something called
paralyzed. There are also some who are also of the view that it could be a spiritual attack. I don't know how you see it or how you take it.
Each and everybody has his own life and how you and your belief. I took it, beginning I couldn't believe it. That, as a young guy, how can this happen? I was flown to UK for treatment, which I had one of the best psychologists in the UK. I got to realize that I can't come back again. So I must accept and live with that. But I've never thought one day that it was spiritual.
Okay. So in the UK, you were told you were not going to
walk again.
Yeah.
I was in wheelchair for 7-8 months before I moved on crutches gradually, and I'm walking back. But people said a lot. Someone said I follow someone, woman, my lamb. I don't pay. I followed my malam's woman, a sugar daddy, everything. Everybody says it's own. But I always be grateful to Almighty. Out of this kind of sickness, out of 100, you not get 1% to recover like how I have recovered. So I must thank God. Life is a journey and it's a school. I think I'm still learning. the time will come which I will have. That's what I've learned and know. I'm in a journey, learning. Whenever you get sick or there is a problem, that's where you get closer to the Almighty. So I'm still learning. Whatever problems I go through, I'm still in the learning veg.
So when you were told at that time that when you were not going to work again, and you look at how your career was getting, because you were getting better in each and every year, and then just in '93 that, like I'm saying, your career was getting better. You were told in '93 that you were not going to work again. You felt that all the sacrifices that I've made are coming in vain.
At the beginning, I lay on my tummy for about 4 months because I had a bed sore. The legs was not working. The bed sore was getting serious each and every day. So I have to be on my tummy for more than 4 months. And I had a skin graft to shut the wound down. So I did a skin graft there, put pressure on it to make sure they kill the sore on my back before I was able to start sitting gradually.
It's sad, but like you said, everything happens for a reason. But at that time, was Ali having a girlfriend?
17 by then. I was 17.
17. There was no woman.
About fresh by then.
No woman in your life at that time.
At that time, I knew my wife by then.
Okay.
But we weren't on the serious relationship because we stayed in the same area. Whenever I come back, I go to her, we sit, we chat.
Do you feel Ghanaians have appreciated you that much for all that you have done in 3 years? Because you go on the internet, there are a lot of talks about Ali Jarrah, this and that.
Appreciation. I'm always grateful to Ghanaians, especially the media, who has been in my side all the time, checking on me all the time. But those you worked for don't recognize what you've done. It doesn't happen to me alone. I always use that word. It happens to Baba Jarrah, which we must learn out of that. After the death of Baba Jarrah, they named a stadium over him. But nobody knew where Baba Jarrah children are. I was fortunate to be alive. For my children to see me, to say, "Good morning, Daddy." Look at Shamakwe. Look at Robert Mensah. Enoch Kofi, who retired, Reverend. He's still walking around. Sunday Brian. Samson Lamte, who was once voted as best defender. Who knew them? Even Michael Essien, the hero of that a few years ago. Ghana, we always forget our heroes so easily. But they seem to forget that dead man don't say thank you. It takes the living to say thank you. And disability, you will not find disability. Disability will find you. They seem to forget that. We fought and 12 for Mother Ghana. If you are even sick, you will be injected to go and play. By then there is no money in football. We play in the honor of the nation. We stood as an ambassador for Mother Ghana. We don't have social security, we don't have insurance. There's nothing covered you. football is a seasonal job. When you finish, forever. It's serious. And we keep on talking, no one cares. But when you die today, you see big English. All these medals will be honored. Whilst I'm not alive, will be honored. But whilst I'm alive, nobody cares. It's serious.
You talked about those who employ, or those you've worked for, not being appreciative of what you have done. You look back at the years. Do you have any regrets? Because you've sacrificed your life, sweat, blood, and tears for the nation. Do you have any regrets? Because it was because of football.
Football has made me who I am today. Football has made me who I am. If not football, you pay for the services of the interviewed, which we are doing today. But through soccer, I've been known all over. Just behind me, the street has been named Ali Jarrah Street. How many people came from stable who will rise and rose to a level street will be named after you? So I don't regret.
And then there's, because we are with you, so that you clarify this for us, there's also post on social media and Facebook and all those things that at the point Ali decided to commit suicide because there was no help and all those things. How true is that? Because of our viewers, so that
even in my religion doesn't appreciate whoever killed himself. I have toiled and suffered. I have been pushed to a desert without water. I have survived. How would I kill myself? All my two boys have finished university. Why would I kill myself? My wife has been crowned a queen mother. So, why would I kill myself? This is joy and honor for me, that there is someone called God who put me into this situation. And he will give me whatever to carry the load I am carrying. But it's a shame to our leaders. It's a shame.
Ali, you've done a lot for the nation in 3 years. What do you want the government to do that will make your soul happy? That will make you happy for all that you have done for Mother Ghana? What would you say the government do for you?
I use a word right now. Dead man don't say thank you. I don't think Ali is the only person have something. No, I'm not the only person who has played. People has played more than me. Government alone cannot take care of all of us. But government can add some of the former players to be part of supporters, you know. Give them allowances. Rotate it. Who will not pray for Blasters? Everybody will pray for Blasters to qualify. Starlight, Satellite, Meteors, Blasters, Queens, Princess, Maidens. We have about 8 national teams. Just let them rotate. It will reach everybody's turn. I think everybody will be happy. One CD you have, if you can't do anything with you can give it to your wife. You can work with it to support you. It's an honor. But you don't know anyone's packet to tell him what or what not to do for you. But it's good to appreciate everybody in the system who has put smiles into faces of people.
Tell us about life with the fire service, because I know you work with the fire service too.
Imagine if not through football, departmentals, which I was picked to join the service, to play for the service, how would my life be? We must ask ourselves, how would my life be? Not every sports person, after struggling, wants to work. I always want to prove a point. I've worked with Titi Brothers on Kote Football Club for 18 years. I moved to Pram always. Move, go and come. Just to do something, not to sit at home. So, I always use the word, I'm most grateful to the God Almighty, because He puts me into this, and He knew the medicine which can cure me.
But then again, still on the fire service, how did you join the fire service? Was it through by a friend?
No, through sports. Okay. That's what the departmentals. Okay. I joined the departmentals. I played with them. So when the opportunity came, they didn't hesitate. You know, at first, the security service had the best of the best. Yeah. All the disciplines, they have all the national teams. They are the best in the system. So if it wouldn't have been that, how would my life be? At the time, baby say no nanya me be a quimby. Until no yeah.
Well, so all in all, before we wrap up, when Ali is at home relaxing, or let me put it this way, what makes Mr. Ali Jarrah relax? Music?
I want
watching movie.
I want the quiet, peaceful place. Okay. I always sit alone to think about myself. That's Ali. I have no friend. I move alone. I normally sit alone. My leisure time is for me to relax and think about myself. I'm not talking. Since I was playing, I'm not talking of outing. I always like staying indoors.
And what makes you sad? Or let me put it this way, what makes you angry? What do you hate the most?
I'm quick-tempered. Very. But it's hard for me to react, because I can endure anything, whatever you do. But when you see me reacting in the same calm person, you doubt. That's how I am.
And what about food? What's your favorite food?
Rice, jollof. That's what I want. Or
the camera woman is even laughing because she loves jollof too. She loves jollof too. So.
Come kekena.
Yeah. But you go to the kitchen also like to prepare.
I don't know how to cook. Even frying of egg, try to be scrambled. So I name it scrambled eggs.
Have you put you under pressure on your wife to
I don't. She's a cook. She does everything. I never cook. I don't know even how to cook.
Life after football now. Right now, viewers also want to know, what is Ali Jarrah doing now, currently?
I'm blessed. I own a football academy, which I have trained over 450 goalkeepers. Can name of Fatah Odaudes, Sami Ajis, Mutari Tegos, Abiba Suleimana. I was with disability sports. I've once a coach. I've been 3 World Cups with them, 2 Cup of Nations. Currently, I am the technical director of amputee football, which last year we won the African Cup for the 3rd time. So I'm in the grassroots working. Mine is to create a way for the younger generation coming. So that's what I do.
Yeah, you touch on an amputee. What's your take on how we treat the amputees here in Ghana? Amputee sports, let me put it that way.
Lesser known sports per se,
Okay.
we must put our eye because that's where the medals come from. We shouldn't ignore one sport and bring up one sport. No. Blasters is a brand on its own. You can't compare Blasters to any sport. They fund for themselves, but cut the
according to your
no the
okay the
national cake
equal.
Not equal, but spread it to
The various
whoever.
disciplines, yeah.
That's it. Let everybody enjoy in his own way.
And let's not focus only on one sport. Yeah.
We finish a tournament for getting to a year. The amputee football, without having their per diems and their medal trophy bonus. Getting to 1 year, persons with disability. But they went to a tournament and won Conquer Africa. At least they should take second look of things so that everybody will be happy.
Will Ali one day coach the Black Stars? Is it something that is crossed your mind?
My time is up. I'm going on retirement. I've been on retirement now because I've helped so many goalkeepers coaches. I've trained so many goalkeepers coaches. I can be an advisor, but currently the strength-wise I can't be a coach because it takes personality to coach. And most of my mortality goes Fatau Dauda, Raymond Fenny. Most of them are now currently, Suleiman and others are the seasonal coaches in the system. Father and son going to look for the same job. I have to be behind so that whenever they need an advice, I can advise them.
Lastly, before you go, you have anything to say? Maybe there's something that we've not touched on. You have anything to say to our viewers, anybody watching the show?
I think most of the time I do say to the younger generation coming, whatever you have today, do something meaningful with it, because football is a season. We don't have social security, you don't have insurance. Life after football is not easy. So they should do something meaningful. They should try and be closer to former players, learn from their mistakes so that you will not do the same mistake.
Stanley, as always, it's always a pleasure and a privilege coming to your home and speaking to you and telling us more about your footballing